All right, for now, next 6, 7 weeks until the 49ers start training camp, we're going to be previewing some of the really interesting battles that might be happening a bit under the radar because this is obviously a star-studded team. I think most of the starting positions are set. There is a lot of consternation about the quarterback position, but that is a discussion in and of itself. I want to focus on the running back spot where Christian McCaffrey is obviously one of the best in the league. And hey, maybe the 49ers really did need to spend a lot on the running back position to get it right. I remember all the hand-wringing about Kyle Shanahan using third-round picks on running backs. I'd offer that third-round picks weren't enough. He had to spend a 2, a 3, a 4, and then a 5 to get Christian McCaffrey. The point being that you need true star power to unlock the potential of that position in Kyle Shanahan's scheme. Christian McCaffrey did it. Shanahan thought he could get away with using third-rounders on it. Third rounders weren't good enough. Undrafted free agents gave him about the same or maybe even a little bit more than third rounders, but you can see the difference when you get an actual star in there at that running back position just because of the versatility that it brings the offense. The defense doesn't know if he's running a pass pattern or if he's going to be taking a handoff, but you have to pay for that versatility typically because the higher the draft pick, the better chance that he's going to be a star player. And obviously, the 49ers already knew that Christian McCaffrey was a star, so they're willing to pay that bigger price. But my question is, what happens beyond Christian McCaffrey this year? Elijah Mitchell was number 2 when he was healthy last season, but he's had like 7 injuries in 2 years. And he was dinged up again here during the offseason program, so he was working off on the side. That meant that the 2 reps went primarily to Jordan Mason. And Jordan Mason's such an intriguing player because he's bigger and stronger than the rest of the 49ers running backs. 220 plus, right? Can still move. He's a freight train. He earned the nickname of the closer last year because you'd come in with fresh legs at those 220 pounds, a power runner when everybody seems to be a finesse runner these days. He'd come in late in the game after defenses were worn down, chasing McCaffrey all game, chasing all those 5 49ers eligibles all game. Jordan Mason was like the Mariano Rivera of the 2022 San Francisco 49ers. Came in there, closed games, sealed the division against Seattle. So, that wasn't the only game that he salted away. There was that New Orleans game where he got all those carries in the fourth quarter. Jordan Mason's a player who had a very specialized role last year. And if he can continue to develop as a pass catcher out of the backfield, we saw good strides from him during the offseason program, catching that ball out of the backfield. He can see more and more time in the system and maybe less specialized time as a closer and more time earlier in the game. Because what the 49ers want is they want their running backs to be interchangeable, right? If you pull McCaffrey out of the game for a rest and Ty Davis-Price or Jordan Mason or Elijah Mitchell can't catch the football as effectively, can't run routes as well all of a sudden your offense is compromised. But if all those guys can do what McCaffrey can, maybe not as well as McCaffrey, but if they still have that skill set, they still threaten to do that, the offense can keep on flowing. So as Mason develops other skills in his game, which is blocking, right? He's got and we won't know about this until training camp when he's got pads on and can actually set back and anchor and pass pro, but it's blocking, it's catching out of the backfield, add some more speed and agility to his game to better mimic what the 49ers do on first and second down. As that develops, Jordan Mason's going to have a chance to challenge Elijah Mitchell for number 2, especially if Mitchell can't stay healthy. In any event, you need health for this to work, right? You need guys to be available. And you recognize that the running back position is going to have its share of injuries. And because it's going to have its share of injuries, you have to have depth. Mason is depth right now, but you've got Christian McCaffrey, you've got Elijah Mitchell, you've got Ty Davis-Price, you have Jordan Mason. Where in that pecking order does he fit? Then you have Kalon LeBourne, Ronald Awatt, your 2 undrafted free agents. That is filler depth for the time being, but a lot of capable bodies for the 49ers. They're a lot deeper here than they were back in, say, 2020. The start of 2021, they didn't have Christian McCaffrey. Started 2022, they didn't have Christian McCaffrey. Now you do. Now you've got the best in the game at that position, especially the best fit for what Shanahan wants to do. And you've got a specialized guy in Jordan Mason. You love this competition if you're the 49ers. Final thought, good thing that they picked Jordan Mason over somebody like Trey Sermon last year, right? It's Shanahan used those third-round picks on the running backs. They didn't work out, or at least the one on Trey Sermon didn't. We'll see how Ty Davis-Price did this year. But you have to give the 49ers credit for not sticking with the sunk cost for too long, for recognizing that the undrafted free agent last year, Jordan Mason, was going to be a better runner than Trey Sermon. All right, those are my thoughts on that running back position. This is one that we really won't get a firm read on until preseason because that's when live tackling begins. Everybody take care, like, and subscribe.